Today we are going for a very special music getaway. We are flying one of my bucket list Cheyenne trip. We're gonna cross the entire United States from coast to coast, with a first stop in Las Vegas, where we are going to meet with our daughter Tess for the Eagle concert at the MGM. Following day we leave for a short 1-hour flight to Los Angeles, and we will reunite with Gaston, our son, who has been touring for the last 6 months around the world with Gary Clark Jr., who is playing that night at the legendary Hollywood Bowl. Excited to cross the country, and here we go.
Lima Bravo, flight heading 180, clear to Charlie Romeo Sierra, airport, as filed, time to maintain 1-2000, heading 180.
We are on our last leg of that long journey, just going through a bad line of weather. They're really high and very active, so you just don't want to go in. Luckily the top is just about flight level 240. Okay guys, we've just been rerouting for the arrival, and we're gonna fly right next parallel to the Grand Canyon. It's pretty exciting.
At 10 miles left base to the runway. Cheyenne 1 Lima Bravo, runway 12 right, clear to land.
Clear to land 12 right, Lima Bravo.
King Air 219 Bravo Sierra, climb maintain flight level 210, proceed direct form base.
Finally!
Yay! Thank you, Christophe! Awesome journey. So excited. Are you?
Yes.
Ready for your 3-hour dinner?
I'm ready for a drink.
I'm ready for a drink too. Over the Grand Canyon, the eagles, here we go. We were eagles over the Grand Canyon right now.
On our way to Los Angeles. Second concert. We're gonna meet Tess' brother Gaston. It was a magical night, right?
Woo. Yeah, we're
now we're heading over
leaving
to LA.
MGM, headed to LA via the Jouany Express.
So we can fall in love again.
West Coast, Beverly Hills.
Today we're taking Vivek, who is a rock star in Bollywood world.
How's it going, man?
Major actor in
I know.
in India. So
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah, I'm in the middle of the flight. I'm going to be jumping out of the door, running onto the wings of the plane, doing some action stuff, and then getting back inside.
I'm just gonna stand here and look pretty with my first coffee of the morning while everybody else unpacks.
Hey guys, damn, this is madness.
What about the front of the plane?
We're in the middle of the desert, but it's actually quite lovely in terms of temperature. I've walked away from my group. I just needed a break. They're so alive and I'm so not. That's Vegas.
All right, we're ready to depart. It's a short flight, but we have 60 knots headwinds.
November 1 Lima Bravo, contact Las Vegas departure, have a safe flight.
Departure Cheyenne 321 Lima Bravo, good morning, out of 3,000, climbing 5,000. Yeah, so here they don't give you any information, it's just a standard seat departure, so you better have it in the system.
1 Lima Bravo, climb maintain 15,000.
Climb and maintain 15,000 Lima Bravo. Now we're on the arrival to Van Nuys. Has a lot of waypoint as you can see.
And 1 Lima Bravo, thanks. Cleared visual approach, runway 16 right.
Cheyenne 321 Lima Bravo, Van Nuys Tower, reduced speed, you're following a Cherokee short final, runway 16 right, clear to land.
3 green, full flaps.
At the 118 and 2 miles turn base to follow global. Global 500 Victor Juliet, Van Nuys Tower, runway 16 right, clear to land, follow Cherokee to mile 5.
How was your nap?
Suck.
We have a little bit of mimosa left.
California. Gary Clark Jr., Hollywood Bowl, let's go.
I gotta do a bit of a Bollywood dance.
We're here for the money team.
That's why he became a star. You ready for Gary, baby?
as you turn, walk away, and oh Lord, it's bringing me down. If things don't change around here, ain't no use in
Mexico 693, 4 Schneider.
We just took off from Midland, climb at 15,000, and we had an engine failure. So we're now going down back to Midland.
Quite windy there too. The landing.
And approach Lima Bravo. Will you able to squeeze me between two planes?
November 1 Lima Bravo, you're number 1 to the field.
Thank you.
The leaking stopped.
Yeah, because I shut the engine.
Cheyenne 1 Lima Bravo, just wanted to verify you have echo.
You know, don't worry guys, we're good. These planes are made to fly on one engine. So we're number 1 for landing. Trying to keep some altitude. So right engine is shut down and feathered.
Cheyenne 1 Lima Bravo, turn left heading 275.
275 Lima Bravo.
Alright. The training worked. That was a real engine failure. We lost oil on the right engine. Teresa was looking at the wing and we had some yellow fluid going in. That's it. We're gonna run the engine on the ground. Hopefully we'll figure out where it's coming from.
We're gonna have to find out if we've got a seal and replace the seal on it. Hi to the camera.
So this is done, will save our life. We landed yesterday at 6 o'clock. Believe it or not, by 9 this morning he already had the parts. He knew what was wrong. He had the parts and put it together in a couple of hours, and now we're going back to Tampa. Okay, speed is alive. Our pressure is good. Rotate. Wow, what an experience. I mean, my first engine failure in any plane. That's something in the life of a pilot. I was minding my own business, climbing to 15,000, going to Austin to drop Gaston, and suddenly Teresa sees a freaking river of oil on the wing, like a Second World War movie. And right away I look at the oil pressure, and already the needle is in the yellow arc, going down. I had a minute or two to think what to do and reassess. Okay, how is it going? What is the trend? And next thing you know, I'm at the bottom of the yellow arc, and I shut the engine before even the alarm, which was a good move because then the engine really didn't get damaged. And then the next thing is, is that your intuition and experience kick in. Okay, where are we? In the middle of the desert, almost. There is virtually no airport. I could choose the closest airport, but if there is any, it's gonna be with zero mechanic on for turbines. It's not really an option. How far am I from Midland? What's the best? Boom, Midland. I said, let's go for it. Let's turn back, tailwind, 20-minute flight, starting slow descent, and then I call the center. They asked me if I want to declare an emergency. I said, we don't need an emergency at this stage. It was fine. These B-turboprop are unbelievable. They're truly made to fly on one engine safely. So all went well, incredible experience. A abnormal failure, according to my two mechanics, who told me it's very rare to have a full-blown explosion of the seal. And then it makes you wonder about, the single-engine turboprop, because, you know what, on a PC-12 at that stage, I would have had to shut down the engine and find a place to land. I was not that high, in a place where there is very few airports over the desert of West Texas, and a little bit tricky. And you know what, after the fact and after this experience, two engine is nice. It's more expensive to operate for sure, but it will save your ass.
Flight 2437, maintain 5,000, contact approach 118.
most beautiful little harbor. We're right on the glide slope and on the number.
Traffic, Skyhawk 728 is
Reverse.
9 miles to the southeast inbound for 4.
That was a fantastic bucket list kind of a trip, isn't it? I mean, Tampa to Las Vegas, straight to Los Angeles, Eagle concert backstage, Gary Clark Jr. backstage, and then on the way back, my first engine failure since the beginning of my flying time, 40 years ago. So, you go.
What a beautiful landing back in our little Tampa town after an amazing music tour, actually. We were going from music to music, Vegas to LA. We did have a little glitch when we lost an engine on the right side, but all is well. Happy to be home.